We've talked about Reels mistakes before. Text issues, cropping issues, niche issues, posting only trends issues. I broke all those mistakes down in this video right here. Today we're talking about 5 Reels mistakes no one else is talking about. The kind that hurt your views, your reach, and your engagement. Mistake number 1 that no one's talking about is leaving in pauses, not just between your sentences, but before your video even starts. When people are scrolling the Reels page, they need you to grab their attention right then, right when your video pops up, or they're going to swipe. So don't pause, have your mouth forming the first word out of your mouth when the video starts. Here's what I'm talking about. I'm inside my video editing app called Video Leap, and you can see my mouth is open because I have trimmed off. I'll show you what it looks like. It did look like this, but right when my mouth is opened, that's when I'm going to start my first word. So it sounds like this. Ever look back at a chapter in your life and think, notice how my shots changed right there? That's because I took out a pause in between my phrases. It was just a really short pause, but you've got to get them all out of there. So this is what it would have looked like had I not done that. Ever look back at a chapter in your life and think, how did I used to do that? Different seasons of our lives serve different purposes. So there's the pause. And think, ever look back at a chapter in your life and think, I split it, I trimmed off just a bit, and then I enlarged it to hide that jump cut. Think, how did I used to do that? You may be thinking, that wasn't really that big of a pause. I know that. But every little millisecond counts when it comes to the length of your video. You want to get it as tight as possible to try and get your video less than 15 seconds. Mistake number 2 is a surefire way to kill some views when it comes to a reel, and that is making the beginning confusing. A confused viewer will swipe every time. What do I mean by confusing? I mean you don't spell out what this video is about with a clear hook coming out of your mouth and on the screen. You have to have a hook title, not just say the title. Remember, most people don't watch these with the volume up at the very beginning. So here's an example of me getting really specific with what I'm talking about. Don't start your live videos like this. Waiting for a few more people. In this video, I have several characters, but in the very beginning, I say don't start your live video like this. And I have a text on the screen to support it, and I stick with that idea. I don't start talking about other things not to do in the live video. I stick to that one idea, and I established what it was going to be about at the very beginning of the video. Mistake number 3, cramming too much information into one reel. Remember, you've got a caption underneath that video that you can use to go into more detail. So you don't have to say, for more information, read the caption below, or comment below if you would like me to. No, all of that can go in a quick little text bubble at the end of your video. Then let the rest of your topic breathe in the caption. You can stick to one idea like I did in that live video. I only talked about one thing you should not do on live video. I could create a series and go on with lots of things you should not do on live video. But instead of me cramming all of those into one video, I just stuck with the one mistake. Why does that matter? It matters because your watch time is everything. If people are not watching 100% of your video and then re-watching, which happens when they're reading the caption, it's less likely to go out to more people. So try to keep your reels between 9 and 15 seconds if at all possible. And it usually is possible. Mistake number 4 that will cause someone to swipe lickety-split. Boring delivery. I'm not saying you're boring. It doesn't mean you have a boring personality or that your life is boring. But when you're on camera, you have to be you, but a little bit more. That means more expressions, more energy, more action, more volume. It doesn't mean you have to dance and you have to scream and you have to act like a crazy person. But for some reason, the camera sucks out like 25% of the energy and personality out of a person. And you have to be there to jack it up just a little bit so that you look like you're actually interested in what you're talking about. If you don't look interested in what you're talking about, the viewer will not be interested in what you're talking about. Number 5, Dark, shaky video. When you have dark video, that means your video is grainy, bad quality. Instagram has even come out and said you're less likely to get pushed out by the algorithm when you have poor quality video. You need lighting so that people can see you, but also so your video quality is better. Shaky video can also cause the video to look blurry, and it just looks amateur. And people are going to be annoyed and distracted if your video is really shaky. So invest in a cheap selfie stick, a cheap phone stand, a cheap ring light. You can prop up your phone. Let me show you this. You can take the cover of your phone, move it back just a hair at the bottom, and look, it's like a kickstand. No shaky video. Now you would have to put this on a shelf or on a desk while you're sitting down, but there's always something you can prop your phone up on. Comment below and tell me which one of these mistakes you'll be fixing pronto. And if you didn't see that other video with 5 Reels mistakes, it's right here.